last time on Dice Funk.
You tell us where the beetle wife is, and you'll never see me again.
I'm not sure there's any planning we could really do in this universe. Not when there's so many powerful magics out there.
Unless we can, eventually think of somewhere to chill out and not get bothered. This is going to be it for a bit.
There's nowhere in this universe we can run.
I guess there's nothing saying we have to stay here.
If you're having issues with figuring out who you are, I think I know somebody who can help you. My brother Lloyd. He just became the conduit of identities, so he can help people kind of discover who they are.
How we find King? Like, you guys found me.
Yeah, because I love you. Like, we're friends. It's whatever. We don't think about that.
Okay, we will put a pin in that.
No, we don't need to talk about it later.
You did this?
I have absolutely no personal stake in you or them. I, too, was hired, and I'm sure you could figure that out.
So what, next episode, do you have to save Cicero from Jessica?
I mean,
we know where she's going. She can get her justice.
yeah, Austin, if you want to skip a whole encounter, we could just hard cut to us standing outside and Jessica emerging covered in blood and just be like, can we get the key now?
And what is the thing she drops?
And what this sickle says on the blade is one word: Cronus.
I want you to watch as I outrun everyone who's after me, and I get somewhere that no one can follow. This is a playthrough of life that you are not going to want to miss.
Oh god, it's like, now you understand, Laura. This is when I was fucking Dora, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna get a break, because I'm not with the other players. And then Austin's like, hey, play another character.
Yeah.
Which is fun. But
This is not one of those ones where I get to coast and be like, it's fun, I'll just be a character that's in the background. I'll pop up for like 2 minutes over here, and it'll be fun.
no, you're important.
Oh no.
If you want to go on an autopilot during Dice Funk, just stay with the party and just like nod your head whenever anything happens. It's like, yeah, that sounds cool. That's fine.
Works for me.
Yeah, but if you go off on your own, expect to carry much more narrative burdens.
Oops.
Yeah.
All right, so last we left this adventure, Conrad manipulated events such that Jessica sawed Cicero's head off with a sickle.
Sucks to suck.
That's basically where we left it. She just walked up into failsafe with her conduit of despair, drowning all the guards and so forth in her dark cloud as she just marched up to his office, cut his head clean off, marched back out, and threw the sickle into the street where you found it.
How saturated with hot chocolate do you think he was?
I think he was still damp.
I'm just like him just sitting in his living room pouring hot chocolate over his head. Jessica kicks down the door.
He's like, yeah, I don't see what the big deal is about this this beverage nonsense. It doesn't do anything for me. And then the door flies off the hinges.
Although, Hot Chocolate is a great name for a blaxploitation character.
So, the sickle says Cronus on it. Cronus.
Oh, yeah.
On the last episode, Conrad said time because Chronos, Chronos, sounds very similar. And in fact, etymologists aren't exactly sure if those words are related. Some think they are, some think they're not. But Chronos does mean time. You were correct. This says Cronus.
Oh, like a cronut.
Is it a Titan thing? I'm gonna roll. What does Cordelia know?
Yeah, it sounds like rolling religion.
Damn it.
What do you mean, damn it? You have a 20 in intelligence.
Oh, I have a 5 in religion, too. Somebody in the Discord, they were like, I think Lauren's secretly the smartest, but just too much of a goblin to articulate it, and I feel like I rolled an 8. I feel like that's Cordelia's deal, too.
I rolled a 19 on that to help out.
22.
Wow, I'm so glad the party succeeded on this, because I don't know what you would do if you found the key and you're like, I don't know what this shit means.
I throw it away. Let's go home.
Immediately pitch it into a dumpster. But no,
Guess we'll
Lynette,
just die.
Lynette and Blake succeed. So I would say, Blake, last episode, what you actually said out loud was time, and then there's a beat, and then you go, no, that's Kronos. Kronos is a different thing. And someone said Titan out loud.
Hell yeah. I know things.
It wasn't. So you're like the dad of most of the gods? Or a lot of them?
Yeah, he's the one who fucked up Uranus real good.
That was low picking.
Who fucked up what now?
Funnily enough, the story has come up this season already. It was the first conversation in the first scene in the first episode.
Oh, we were bound to remember that by now.
I don't think that happened.
Were we talking about people eating their babies?
Cato explained this to Nifyx. So, once upon a time, there was a titan named Cronus, and he took a sickle and he castrated his father, Uranus, or Uranus, as we made the joke. Which I'm glad we got that out of the way early.
No wonder no one in the party remembers being told this, because Nifyx isn't in the party right now. So that's my defense for why I don't remember. That bit of my brain is somewhere else right now.
Yeah, you're so committed to Nifyx that you've deliberately forgotten that when you're controlling Lynette.
I partitioned Nifyx. She's in a different bit of the brain. Ask her in a minute.
So, Cronus castrated his father, and from the blood of that wound was born 3 beings, Alecto, Megara, and Tisiphone, also known as...
Alecto, that was the one that Jamie Foxx played in the second one, right?
That's a good joke, yeah.
Oh, I was thinking of the guy
Nailed
from
it.
Spider-Man.
Hold on.
That's literally what he just said, Lauren.
I'm
I
gonna
haven't seen
I'm gonna
the
put on my
Jamie Foxx
Dwayne Wade
season.
jersey and slam dunk that ball into the net, and then I'm saying nothing else the rest of this podcast.
Tobey Maguire's my Spider-Man.
Wow, they got Jamie Foxx into a Spider-Man movie. That's, bleak.
Did you say Megara?
Megara, yeah. You're probably
So not
pronouncing it right.
Megara, like the Hercules.
Like from Hercules.
Yeah, myth.
I know.
She poisoned
No.
his robes and then he killed
Well,
his
she
babies.
was his first
Yeah.
wife.
Different
Yeah.
myth, yeah.
Okay, well, I knew something.
Those 3 women are also known as the Furies.
Yeah.
The Fury. Yeah.
They do the thing with the strings and the, right?
Nope, that's the Fates.
God damn it! I keep thinking I know things and then I don't.
I love it, though. It's very good.
Oh, Alecto. That makes more sense for why I couldn't find it.
Oh, yeah, that was the only thing that was keeping you from knowing it.
I believe they sprang forth from the spilled blood of Uranus when he was castrated by his son Cronut.
I think the symbolism of a son castrating his father should be something to think about for King as you see this weapon.
Do I have to look and see if my penis is still there?
Maybe just to be safe.
Oh my god, he's never had one!
Pope took a different body part.
Well, that's not castrating, really.
It's a symbolic dismemberment. And if you'll recall the first episode...
I exist in the world of the literal.
If you'll recall, going once again back to the first episode, the first interaction King had with Babel was cutting something off of him. So, I mean, this is symbolism that's been building through the entire campaign.
Wow, look at me. I'm Austin. I can write stories.
Violence between fathers and sons has been a motif of the whole thing and actually continues through the Cronus story, because the other thing he did of note, besides castrating his own father, was devouring his children.
Oh, I was right.
And I shall now put in the image I'm going to be using for Cronus. His Roman name is Saturn, and you may recognize this painting by Goya, Saturn Devouring His Son.
Wow, this really is the Vor season, isn't it?
He's like Kirbying him.
I have no teeth, but I must eat.
I feel like the butt's way juicier than it needs to be for the thing that's happening. Like, that feels inappropriate.
I like this one better because it looks like old man God is just eating that kid's titty right off.
Hold on. His whole titty off.
There are multiple paintings called Saturn Devouring His Son. Conrad has posted another one.
It's like they're just so good at painting. Everything's so detailed, except it looks like he's just sucking his titty with a straw. He's like...
But my penis is still there.
Yeah. You want to roll for penis?
Oh, what did we roll for penis last time? Was it a D20?
I forgot we actually literally have rolled for penis before. I just said that.
75.
Oh, I wanted you.
You did a D20 plus 69. Nice.
I didn't actually intend to stop there. I just held down up on the button and then eventually clicked roll.
I got an 81.
Lauren beat Chris's penis score.
No, that's right. That's fair.
She does have much bigger dick energy than the rest of us, so
Do I?
I feel like most of the time.
No, it's you're just broken.
Okay, that wasn't as funny as I thought it was gonna be.
No, it's just sad.
It's like lol penis, and you're like, "How my life's hard."
That's that. Yeah, that's a good. That's like how my life is. Penis joke. Things are sad.
I can tell this episode's gonna be one of the kind where we sit back and we're like, "Yeah, that really got out of hand, huh?"
Yep.
I'm still looking. Why is the butt so big?
I mean, it does sort of imply it was ever in hand, and I'm
And
not
why
convinced.
what is that facial expression? He looks like a guilty dog.
Okay, I'm minimizing Saturn Devouring His Son for the good of the
Please,
podcast.
I'm gonna cover it with the dice roller.
He got caught with his hand in the cookie jar, right?
The cookie jar is a child.
It's like it was his roommate's food, and he just snuck a bite from it. His
No, that's just
roommate
where he
walked in.
keeps the parts in the cookie jar.
Oh, were you gonna finish this, my son?
Please don't talk to me or my son ever. I don't know why you saw that painting and it was like, yes, this is the one to show them. They're not gonna go off with this.
It's very famous. Have you not seen it before?
I have, but it just now that I'm looking at it up close and thinking about it, it's very funny. He looks like that fucking guilty dog.
He got into the trash and ate his son again. All right, so I mean, it's not a secret that what Pope is saying is he's in the astral plane on the body of the Titan Cronus, waiting for his father. So,
Yeah, let's do it. Let's go there.
That seems reasonable.
We go to Cronus.
Do we know how whereabouts in the? I don't know how the astral plane works. Like, do we need directions or like?
We'll go to the sigil information desk and find out where the portal is.
Austin,
And just...
we go to Cronus. Cutscene.
I will say though, if you had failed, then maybe you need to go to the information desk. But you succeeded, so I'll say that you're all well versed enough in the astral plane to know that when the gods died, the people who were in charge of their pantheons moved their body to the astral sea nearest their home plane, which for the Titans would be Mount Olympus. So that's where the portal to the astral sea you need is.
So what you're saying is because we know this creature well enough, we can locate their location.
I'm gonna. It says 1,000 feet, Laura.
I didn't say I was using any kind of spell. I simply said we know how to locate this creature.
Okay, I see. You just did the royal locate creature.
In the colloquial sense, we are going to locate this creature.
Yes. So the astral sea, I've said this like every couple episodes, but just in case we need a reminder, it's the stuff between all the planes. It's the
Wild soup.
Oreo cream filling.
It's the bubble wrap between all the planes. So you can get to the astral plane from any plane, but to end up where the Greek gods and titans are, you need to go to Mount Olympus, which I think in the current edition of D&D is called Arvandor, or Mount Olympus is in Arvandor. They keep moving my stuff around. Arborea.
Well, I mean, Austin, you can put it wherever you want.
That's true. I mean, I've taken liberties, talk about Celestia as heaven, Eastgard is Asgard, Tartarus is Carcerai, or whatever. So, yeah, so the party's going to take off. Do you guys want to talk about this? For the record, the party has not talked about what happened with Jessica. There's been no time to discuss, like, hey, Blake, what was that all about? Or, how come nobody loves King?
So after this, maybe we go for, like, I don't know, pizza?
All right, but we're going to get one that's half cheese, right?
Yeah.
Because I'm not going to have this argument again. It's every single time with the pizza, you got to cover it with dead rats and...
Mice, they're smaller and more flavorful.
I get that, but I'm just a cheese kind of guy. That's all I'm saying.
It's a different kind of animal, Blake. You can't just keep doing this.
Lynette's gonna walk over to King and just be like, "Hey, how you holding up, buddy?"
No, I'm okay.
Yeah,
Feet are kind of tired, but I've been on them for the past 3 days straight.
yeah, that's a whole thing.
I wish I'd remembered shoes.
I'm not much one for shoes, but I'm glad they're helping you out. I like the clacky sound
they're
that
not. They're back at home next to my door.
Yeah, I just like the clacky sound that my feet make on the floor, my little bird feet. But yeah, you ready to see your kid again?
Which one?
Well, that's both, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like I could be less ready.
I thought there were more than 2. How many are there?
There's two like pressing ones. There's the one we're rescuing and the one that kidnapped the one we're rescuing.
So is this one of those you have to choose your favorite child scenarios that people say does not exist, but it is true?
I mean, I don't know if you agree, King, but I feel like that's still where we're heading, which is one of your kidnap kid is not gonna let you just go back and get Lime without a fight. Are you ready for that as a possibility?
Yeah, this is semi-related to what we're talking about here, but boy, King Solomon's decision would have been a whole lot easier if the baby had been a Slaad, wouldn't it?
Then he would have had 2 kids.
Right, problem solved.
Yeah. King Solomon's here like, hey, there's I've got a problem. I've got 2 kids. One of them kidnapped the other and is hell-bent on murder and chopped off my hand. Which of my 2 children should I murder?
So, well, no, I guess we just have to cut Lime in half, and then...
No.
I've noticed an extremely disconcerting number of people who think the conduit of Primordium is something all Slaads have instead of just a thing Babel had.
Potato.
Okay, so the Furies are just operating under the assumption that all Slaads grow into multiple Slaads when cut up, which is completely untrue.
Wow, I'm really dumb.
Okay, I'll put it this way.
I definitely thought that the whole time.
Austin, I'll put it this way. I would rather assume all Slaad have that ability and fight them accordingly than not assume it's the case and slash one with slashing damage and oops, there's now 2 Slaad because I didn't think about which Slaads can do that.
I mean, but if King Solomon's Slaad son could do that, he'd be like, oh yeah, God, totally gonna kill this baby. And the next day, surprise, 2 babies, gotcha.
It will be very relevant if you cut Pope in half thinking he'll be 2 people, and then he's just dead, because that's how that's going to turn out.
What's the problem?
So yeah, King, how prepared are you for having to maybe slice up, kidnap a kid, maybe?
How many Slaad King Solomon Slaad if King Solomon could Slaad? That wasn't as hard as a tongue twister as I thought it was while it was in my head.
Do it again.
How many Saga King Solomon Solid was King Solomon? Yeah, man, fucking God! Ah! God damn it! God damn it!
All right, do you want to cut to Nifyx?
Sure, let's do the bit where I have to think about things.
Yay!
Well, the rest of us are incapable, clearly.
You always keep talking about King Solomon's Slaad.
King Solomon's Slaad is definitely the episode title.
King Slolomon.
No,
I was about to say
Laura, I'm going to need you to retract that.
King Slolomon. She's right.
She's right. What does that even mean? Why are you booing me? I'm right.
Lauren, thank you for having my back on this show.
You're welcome. Gotta look out for each other.
All right, so last we left Nifyx, you were live streaming your boasts about doing a speed run on life and boundary breaking. We got multiple comments of people posting the video I sent Laura, the half A press.
I'm so glad that everyone went to the same place. That yes.
For those who don't know, Super Mario 64 speedrunning community is wild. There are people who try to beat levels with only pushing the A button one half of a time. And you might be saying, you can't push a button half of a time, either you're pushing it or you're not. And let me tell you, you're wrong, but it takes a half an hour to explain why.
Oh yeah, no, I went down that rabbit hole. There is such a thing as half a press.
And it involves alternate dimensions.
Nifyx is gonna try and work out how to quarter press that button if she can.
So that's where I want to start this, is you explaining all of this to Sharon. And you're like, no, see, yeah, go ahead.
So there's this whole thing where, like, if you're holding the button before you enter the level, then the button's already in a half press state, so you only have to do the unpress, so you don't have to do the whole press unpress sequence to get that. And there is a dimension in which half the press already happened, and that's how a half press works, and that's how we're going to escape.
But why would there be other exact copies of this world just outside the boundaries where we can't see them?
I mean, I don't make the rules. This is just how it's done. Reality is real fucking flimsy and held together with tape, and I'm going to assume that our reality and game reality are similar in that regard, because you've seen life, right? Life makes no sense. Our world is confusing and flimsy, and that you say that there are literally other planes of existence that we can't see that are just like outside invisible boundaries. So like, I reckon this'll work.
I guess if you think of the planes as levels, the metaphor is complicated.
Yeah.
It's funny you should say all that, because this world actually has a terrifying symmetry to it, right? There's a plane for every alignment and a plane between each alignment. If you map it all out, everything has a place and everything has an opposite, and there's good to oppose evil and law to oppose chaos.
There's exactly, and there is space that exists between spaces, and all of these different like parallel existences going on around. Like we live in these layers upon layers of stuff.
And there's physics, and everything always falls 9.8 meters per second, whatever. So I mean,
exactly,
there's programming already in the world, but
I mean, my conduit these days is basically, oops, I hit the command prompt and put some code into the programming.
My concern is the same physics and rules that govern everything are also trying to keep people in. I've never heard of somebody escaping from this reality, and in fact, I'm not sure there is an edge of reality. Have you ever tried walking to the edge of one of the outer planes? It just goes on forever.
I mean, yeah, but also, have you ever tried to imagine a thing with no edges? It's real fucking hard.
I guess. All I can think is, if there's any place where the normal rules might not apply, where maybe you can find some kind of exploit or glitch, or however you wanna term it, I can think of only one place like that.
Yeah?
Well, think about it. There's a plane for every alignment. Everything's in its proper place. The souls flow from the inner planes to the outer planes to the designated resting place. But there's one place that has been taken out of its original location.
Oh. Brain.
Dear, did you just say brain?
Little bit. Sorry. I got a lot going on. Up in the old noodle right now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm feeling. Is this the chaotic one that we found in the weird house?
That was Limbo.
Limbo's right where it's always been. It's just as much a part of the universe as Mechanus or heaven or hell. It's just, if you picture the world like a wheel, all the pieces are in place. Limbo is just limbo. But then also the whole thing with King adopting children and the children being Slotty and Slotty being from Limbo. And Limbo, I mean, what is the definition of, like, what is Limbo in mythology? One of you went to Catholic school. I know somebody knows this.
I mean, that's where the souls of like sinners go. People who haven't been absolved of fucking whatever it was, original sin.
Unbaptized babies, right?
Unbaptized babies. Ding, ding, ding. It's an entire plane made from the souls of babies.
That's hardcore. What the fuck?
Of any species for King to decide, you're my children. I mean, it's... Chris obviously did it, like, unintentionally, but it's almost too perfect on the nose.
You don't think Chris did it on purpose?
He didn't know they were from Limbo.
Oh, I tried to make it sound smart, Chris. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, but it's never gonna work. I'm too foolish.
I like the word foolish. It's not as strong as like dumb or idiot, but it's very good.
I'm looking at the planes, and I honestly can't remember which of them we fucked up to not be a plane anymore. Like, the Abyss is still there.
No, I mean, if you had destroyed an entire plane of existence, the world would have come unglued.
Yeah, that's what I thought, which is why I can't remember or work out what I'm supposed to be thinking of right now.
This is something we did this season, correct? Like, or it's relevant
As
to
if
something.
that changes our memory.
Well, I'm just trying to make sure I'm not trying to remember something we did 3 seasons ago to be like, oh, that was what the answer was.
No, I mean, this isn't a secret. If you go back to the first conversation in the first episode, Cato says, we're in purgatory. It used to be a plane, and then the gods died, and so there wasn't a need for a plane for people to judge the souls anymore. So he turned it into the stock exchange.
Oh, I was never going to remember that. I thought it was a plane that was the stock exchange.
If there's anywhere in the multiverse that physics will be weird and the rules might not apply, it will be the plane that has been thoroughly crushed down into the size of a building and stuck inside of another plane. I imagine it's highly unstable.
Theoretically, I have an office there that we could just, like, enter and start backflipping into the corner of the room and see what happens.
Well, we have an even more direct line.
We do?
Where do you think this river goes?
Oh! I mean, I hadn't really thought about where this river was going.
The rivers of the underworld take souls from the land of the living to purgatory to be judged, and from purgatory to the outer planes.
Oh, heck. So, like, assuming the cops aren't just waiting for us at the end of this river, it's gonna drop us right there.
Yep, it's gonna take us right where we need to go, in fact.
That's pretty fucking cool.
Yeah, I mean, Dante Alighieri's Purgatorio ends with them getting to the Garden of Eden at the top of Purgatory and bathing in the River Lethe. So...
I'm Austin. I have good memory retention. Ooh.
My Catholic school taught me all the cool Catholic stories and not the boring shit.
He didn't go to Catholic school. He's just a nerd.
Oh, I haven't completely destroyed my memory through excessive drug use.
Yeah.
incredible.
Called out, yeah.
So Sharon is going to take you down the River Lethe toward the end point, which literally will dump you into the Garden of Eden, because that's where this river has always gone. So this isn't, we didn't plan this, like the whole you boundary breaking thing has come up basically organically, but that's how it happened.
I feel like Nifyx would eat an apple from the Garden of Eden for the vine.
Oh, no, 100% that is happening.
Story time, ate apple and doomed humanity, not a hoax.
I guess it'd be TikTok now, because Vine's dead.
Oh no, it'll be, what's that new one that's come, a bite?
What's that?
Oh, it's the Vine people made it.
Oh.
It's the new Vine, apparently.
By the time this episode's released, there'll be a new thing. It'll be fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So as you're going down this river, the forces of the Romani, the mercenaries who are after your head, and maybe even more purple zombies keep coming after you. So why don't we roll for Nifyx to escape? There are actually chase rules if you don't want to do full-blown combat here.
I don't believe I've done that before, so we'll give it a try. How does that work? What do I do? What do I roll to escape?
I'm still looking at this painting. I'm sorry, his face is so... Oh, I'm sorry. Were you gonna eat this? I googled it so I could look at it more. What's happening? I'm not even that high.
Yeah, so a lot of this has to do with exhaustion and stuff. I think we'll do a simplified version of it. So, Nifyx, there are going to be 3 waves here. There's going to be the Romani, the cops, and then the purple zombies come after you. Why don't you give me 3 different roles and explain to me how you use them to defeat your attackers. So this can be abstract. You can just paint me like cool action scenes and we'll roll it out.
I don't know what's so fucking super about this Tuesday. It doesn't even have any fucking powers. Black Widow ass fucking Tuesday.
So first wave, Nifyx is going to attempt to deceive the first wave into going the wrong way and not correctly following. Does this river branch at all?
Sure. Yeah, explain to me how you do that, and then roll deception.
Yeah. So, Nifyx is going to attempt to use her conduit to create a duplicate of the boat that is going a different direction to try and sort of fool them into, oh no, which one are we supposed to be following? One's going down this branch, one's going down that branch. And they follow the wrong one, hopefully.
Oof. Yeah.
Is that a thing I can do?
Yeah, I mean, that takes up like the whole limit. So there's like a memory limit on the duplication. If you're duplicating like socks, you can make like hundreds, but boat, I think, is just one extra. And
yeah. I'm not saying I'm making 1,000 boats.
that would be really suspicious as well.
Yeah, I am making one boat and it's going a different way, and I'm hoping they follow that boat.
Yeah, so roll deception, DC 10, and if you fail, you get exhaustion, is the way the chase mechanics work.
Okay.
It's the Nifyx Crown affair.
That's a 13, that'll do.
Absolutely. So you duplicate the Hermes using your conduit. It floats down a branch of the river, and you don't see this because you get far enough away, but the Romani attack and sink that ship. So that's one wave down, 2 more to go. How do you defeat the bounty hunters and then the round 2 of purple Slaad zombies?
Slombies.
King Slolomon and his slombies.
Slolomon.
Second wave, I think Nifyx is going to try and look for some obscured additional path down the river that we can sneak the boat down and maybe not be spotted as to where we've headed. Like trying to look for like additional paths we might not have seen.
So that's a stealth check.
Don't have such a good bonus on this, but I'll give it a go.
You're picking them.
I know. Well, I was hoping that would be survival, like tracking, like trying to find paths and things. I was hoping for that sweet +9 bonus.
Oh, you accidentally used the word sneak and you tripped my trap card.
Yeah. I was. Yeah, that's my bad. Oops, 6.
All right, so this time
See, if you'd let me roll survival.
So maybe that'll be your third one if you could think of a way to describe that. But you try to use stealth to sneak the boat through, I guess, some kind of less conspicuous path, and it does not throw off the mercenaries who attack the boat. And you can fight them off successfully, but you're going to take 1 level of exhaustion.
Okay. And that's until I have a rest,
Long rest.
isn't it?
It's disadvantage on ability checks. So, for example, stealth.
Oh, is that's all the skill ones? Ooh.
Yeah, so it doesn't hamper your ability to fight, but it is going to make this third roll more difficult. But if you use your +9 to survival, that'll make up for the disadvantage. So spin me a tale of how you use survival to escape the zombies.
So survival covers stuff like it's mainly tracking things, isn't it?
It's Boy Scout shit.
Boy Scout shit.
I don't know if you have that in the UK. Is that meaningless?
No. We know what Boy Scouts are. We have those.
Boy Scouts, but not trail mix. What do they eat?
When they're on the trail, what do they eat?
I was in the Scouts and I can't answer that question. I don't know what I ate. Not trail mix.
What else do you eat on the trail?
Jerky net.
Potato chips and stuff. I don't know.
All right, so survival.
So Nifyx. How do I want to do this? One sec. I think I have an idea.
Well, while you're figuring that out, let me thank you for Americanizing potato chips for us.
I was gonna say something, but I didn't want to be that guy.
I didn't want to be. Well, if I said crisps, you were all gonna go. What the fuck a crisp? Ugh.
I know what a crisp is.
That is how I sound, to be fair.
It is.
Yeah, it is.
I didn't like the tone.
Why's my page not loading? Let me. I want to summon a creature, and I don't know what the beasts are because the page that tells me what things are beasts won't load.
Komodo dragon.
Oh, well, maybe you could summon James McAvoy.
What?
Because he didn't play Beast. That you're thinking of Frasier.
No, that's the name of his character in Split and the subsequent.
The Beast. I was thinking Beast from X-Men.
Yeah, Austin, you nerd.
He was also in that. That works. Shut up. Kelsey Grammer was also a good joke there. Fuck off.
Okay. Nifyx is gonna try and summon in a giant ape with the aim of trying to find a tree near the. Are there trees near the side of this Soul River?
There are soul trees on the Soul River.
I wanted to try and block the river with something that I could push over using my big ape.
They're the roots of the Yggdrasil dragged down through the river.
Perfect. My big ape's gonna try and block the river with big bit of root, and I have Boy Scout recognized what is a big bit of root, therefore survival.
Not to tell you how to do your job, Laura, but if you're gonna dam a river, I'm really gonna need you to summon Giant Beaver.
Yeah.
Is Giant Beaver an option?
It is now.
Okay, I summon a giant beaver and, using my Boy Scout survival skills, get the beaver to gnaw on just the right bit of root to block the river.
The downside is the beaver has the voice of Dave Coulier.
Did anybody else ever feel like Daggett got a really hard time?
So,
like, I always felt bad for him. I was like, wow, let this guy have something.
So, Austin, did I say survival and Boy Scouts enough that this is a survival roll?
Yes, absolutely roll. I just want to say, though, in a million years, I would have bet my life that Giant Beaver was going to lead to some very specific jokes, but Angry Beavers was not one of them.
I love that show.
Or Dave Coulier. I mean, come on.
16 with disadvantage.
Incredible. Even with disadvantage, you crushed it. I think you're best of the escape rolls, in fact. So Giant Beaver saves your life.
Yay! I mean, I do love me some Giant Beaver.
There we go.
And there it is.
The only thing I know about Dave Coulier is that allegedly You Ought to Know by Alanis Morissette is about him.
Cut it out.
I mean, it's not allegedly. I was like, allegedly isn't. It's just straight up about Dave Coulier.
No, allegedly.
All right, so Nifyx, the giant beaver, blocks the river, and whatever zombies which were trying to, come up out of the water, whatever, are stymied by this dam.
Slombies.
God damn it. You know what? In this episode, I feel like the other guy in this picture who isn't Cronus. That's how podcasting with you makes me feel. like this guy.
With just me or all of us?
I mean, mostly you. But I do.
really?
I mean, positive silver lining. I do have a juicy butt.
What?
Look at his butt. Are you telling me he's not?
You meant like you had one at your house. You're serious?
I got juicy butt in my fridge. You want some?
Yeah. Oh, that is a.
Yeah, I got some juicy butt in the candy dish. Just restocked it the other day.
I'm fully stocked on juicy butt this week, boys.
Yeah, I just got some juicy butt over from Redbox. You want to turn it in, maybe?
Okay, so Nifyx, you and Sharon successfully escape your pursuers and are headed towards purgatory. Sharon busts out the good champagne and starts pouring you a glass, and she says, I've never been out this far. I never had any reason to try to crash my boat into the stock exchange.
I mean, traveling with me, at the very least, I can promise that you're gonna go some places you've not been before. I can promise that much.
Oh, ooh, that reminds me. I should get out the camera. You should pop this out on stream. They're gonna love that.
Hey, everyone, it's me again, Nifyx. Just like that time, I tried to speedrun Bob Miguel's Bible Buddies. I'm gonna crash the hell out of this Garden of Eden.
Noah's Ark for the Super Nintendo. Was that for the Super Nintendo? Someone's got to know.
Yeah, Super Noah's Ark was on the Super Nintendo. Those were all Color Dreams. Was the developer. Wisdom Tree was the
yes, Wisdom Tree.
Oh, Wisdom Tree.
Oh my God. So Nifyx, while you're still on stream, you pop the champagne. You're letting all your valued stream members know you're about to do something completely unprecedented. The numbers are through the roof, and a shadow descends over you.
Oh, is it gonna be funny? You post a lot of really dumb images.
Oh,
Oh.
of course it is. It's been too long.
Nifyx!
Oh, you. Hey. You.
I thought it was going to be Pinhead, frankly. Who, coincidentally, Color Dreams had in development a Hellraiser game.
No way.
Process that for you. Yeah, that's... Yeah.
He's so big again. The juicy butt.
Why is this happening?
You chose the picture.
So Lancelot descends from the skies. Nifyx, just before you reach your goal. Back to the Furies.
Hello.
Hi.
I'm a different
Hello.
person now.
Yo, what up?
You have taken a portal out of Gehenna to Mount Olympus, which is a very... I mean, here's a funny thing about Mount Olympus. Of all the mythologies, right, they couldn't really prove that their beliefs were real. Like, you can't just go check and see if heaven's up in the clouds. You can't, like, go see if, like, Vishnu's home. But in Greek mythology, Mount Olympus was real and right there, and they just didn't go check.
Well, I mean, if they tell you there's gods up there, you don't want to fucking piss them off by, like, turning up unannounced. What do you...
I am not going to make a joke about the Greek labor and banking situation. I'm not going to do it. I'm not.
Somehow when Venezuela fails, it's socialism's fault, but when Greece fails, capitalism just had a bad run, huh?
Right, yeah.
The things I cut out of this podcast. But anyway, I looked up how long it took someone to ascend Mount Olympus. Do you guys want to guess? This is fun. What year did someone finally get to the top of Mount Olympus?
1994.
Never.
1930.
94 would be hilarious because someone climbed fucking Everest way before that.
Yeah, well, no one said there were gods up there at the top of Everest.
Oh, that's true. Conrad, what'd you say?
1930.
That's very close. If anybody has any, I think that's probably gonna be the best guess off the dome.
1934.
1928.
1929.
2016.
1913 is the answer.
1914.
Okay, Price is right. You went over.
I still would totally go on the fucking Price is Right. I would lose so bad. I feel like as a poor, they'd be like, how much does this washing machine cost? And I'll be like, $1,000.
Everything's $1.
Everything's $1 if you try really hard and believe in yourself.
I just love the idea of people spending thousands of years thinking like, yeah, I'm sure Zeus is up there, but I got like shit to do. I'm not gonna go check.
I gotta take care of my sheep.
Y'all just giving me the best idea for a Price is Right set in a dollar store.
That has to be a Mad
I
TV
would play
sketch.
that. Please invite me if you host that.
So of all the mythological locations, I guess my point was when I started this thought 20 hours ago, was that Mount Olympus is actually real. So I don't even need to describe it. You can just Google it and look at all the beautiful pictures of this mountain, which is, there's a reason people thought the gods lived up there, which is that it's gorgeous. There's breathtaking vistas and clear skies.
Typed Mount Olympus and the first Google images of a water park.
Can I just say, in the Greeks' defense, that mountain goes higher than the clouds, which seems like a dangerous distance to climb with no technology to breathe. Good.
Yeah, I'm talking a mad game for somebody who absolutely would have died if they tried it back then.
I want to see you in a toga and sandals climb Mount Olympus, and then you can shit talk the Greeks.
I want to see how you climb Mount Olympus now.
Absolutely wouldn't make it out of the gift shop.
Neither would I. I wouldn't even make it to the gift shop. I'd die on the plane.
Yeah. Like, how did his knees ended up on a different peak? How is that even possible? They exploded right off of him.
Yeet.
So there's a part of the mountain called the Muses Plateau, which is a long stretch of gently sloping land, and in the background there's a peak called Zeus's Throne for obvious reasons. And so you're walking through this plateau, and you can see in the distance there's a giant rock formation that the god of Mount Olympus used to sit on, and you're crossing this. What are you guys talking about? Do you have any reverence or awe for this, or are you all totally jaded shitheads?
I mean, I don't know what the rest of you lot think about this, but I think it's real shitty that no one ever thought to climb this fucking mountain, huh? Fucking people who didn't bother to climb this mountain shit, huh?
Weird, there's flying magic. I'm just flying. It's so easy to climb mountain now. I don't understand.
Somebody really should open up a coffee shop up here, though, or something, because this is just...
Oh, I gotta poop on this rock.
Are you pooping on the throne?
Poop it on something.
You can't just poop on things in the middle of it. What?
Gotta poop.
No, I'm pretty sure that's what was meant by Zeus's throne.
Take that, Zeus.
It's the world's largest toilet.
I mean, Zeus is pretty fucking terrible.
All right, so after King finishes pooping on Zeus's throne, which is an incredibly on-brand way for this fucking season to come to a near close, you journey down to the base of Zeus's throne where the portal is, and you see 3 figures standing in front of it.
Is it the Furies?
Well, Lauren, how about you DM, huh? How about that? You want to do my job?
Austin, you get real funny when we don't guess the things
You're like,
you're
how
trying to
can't
lead
you
us
figure
to.
it out? And
So-
then I figure it out, and
What-
you're so
Lauren-
mad.
Lauren, for once, paid attention to your shit and you got mad.
Yeah. Lauren's like, why are you like this? Because you don't reward me when I'm good.
Yeah, I mean, Lauren totally got me on that one. That's fair. Also, it's just funny. It's funnier if I'm indignant than if I was like, good job. So,
Well, maybe I want some support.
yeah, Lauren, I mean, you nailed it.
Yeah.
It's Electo, Tisiphone, and Megara, the Furies, or rather, they're zombies, because they are purple, and they are each wielding scourges, which are a kind of whip made, it looks like almost like out of barbed wire. These are the weapons that the Romans used to just really mess Jesus the fuck up on the way to the cross.
All right, I'm just getting this in there for canonical purposes, but Electro has the mask from Spider-Man, the cartoon. I've never seen that movie.
So, these are the people whose jobs we stole, right?
Nice.
More or less, yeah. You're doing what they used to do, which is go around the universe and fuck people up if they stepped out of line.
Are we scabs?
Well, no, they were dead.
Oh, okay, I was like, what if we stole their job? Like scabs.
But these, if you haven't seen the Furies in like classical paintings, they look almost like, Judeo-Christian angels. They're like winged women, but they have an almost grotesque anger that warps their faces. And they each have these long scourges, and they look like they're going to try to tear your flesh off with them if you try to get to the portal.
But why? We got the key. I feel like this is unfair.
I would like to do an insight on them and say, I really just need to get to my daughter. I crit.
With crit, you know that this is Dungeons and Dragons, and you have to occasionally beat up people who are in your way.
God, I hate it. I hate it so much. When do we just play Parcheesi?
Oh, I love Parcheesi.
I'm just going to swing a whole bunch at them.
It's funny because I cut out so much D&D fluff. I've been reading a lot of more modern modules, and every time you want to move from one location to another, you have to roll on a random encounter table. It's like being in the tall grass in Pokemon.
What?
Yeah, but that's great. You can meet so many friends that way. That's the only way to meet Globagool, the gelatinous cube.
Austin, thank you for saving us, because D&D sounds like a real fucking boring game.
I just want to make jokes about Jupiter eating his son, or Saturn eating his son.
So 26 crit, 26, 26, 20, and 24.
Yeah, those all hit.
Hot diggity.
What?
90 damage.
That is so much. At the end of your turn, they're going to do a legendary action to attack you 3 times with their scourges. 16, 27, 27.
Ha! 16 misses. And I don't know if the others hit. I would have to consult my table.
17.
What? You're only damage.
Shut up. As they slash you with their scourges, peeling some of your skin off. Blake, it's your turn.
Yeah, all right. Well, in that case, we'll set up a moonbeam.
All right, Blake sets up a moonbeam. Cordelia, it's your turn.
Finger of death.
You want to cast Finger of Death on a zombie.
Oh, never mind. That's right. You don't know that they're not dead. Sacred Flame.
Thank you, Austin.
Why were you going to do that too?
No, it's just I'm thankful he saved you.
3, they fail.
It's almost like occasionally he's nice and does help us, and that we probably should thank him because he is really nice.
14 damage. It's not a lot.
And it's not a lot. And finally, Lynette.
Sacred Flame. Give me that dex save.
6, they fail.
Pardon?
They're not very dexterous at all.
15 damage. It's no 90, but it'll do.
All right, so paint me a picture of you using Sacred Flame to kill one of them.
Lynette is going to make a sort of swooping fly past, and at the closest point is going to sort of whip the Ankh to fire Sacred Flame out of it, and just aim for the head, because that seems, it's probably got hair on it. It's probably the most flammable place to get the fire going. It's like free kindling.
Hair, it's free kindling.
Oh my god. All right, as a legendary action at the end of your turn, the 2, let's just say you kill the one that's hardest to pronounce, Megger, I guess, Tisiphone and Electo, much easier.
That works for me. I don't then have to pronounce it in a later turn.
They are going to descend on you and try to bite you. They're like
me.
They're gonna bite into you like some Popeyes. So strength contest to fight them off as they go fully zombie on you.
Oh, I don't like that. Could they just not? 18.
All right. 21 crit. So
Yeah, just had to show up my fucking 18, huh?
31, and you're knocked prone as they bite into you and knock you to the ground, Lynette, and they begin swarming over you.
No.
That sure is a big bite you took out of me.
No.
That was a legendary action on their turn, so now it's actually their turn.
No.
And they need to make a Constitution saving throw.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Uh-oh. Interesting, because they're piled onto Lynette, so Lynette's gonna take this too.
No.
Yep, 14.
I'm sorry, Lynette, but it's only 13 damage.
Okay, that could be better.
You say only 13. I took 30 last turn, so that's okay.
So Lynette is under Electo and Tisiphone, who are tearing her apart with their teeth, and a moonbeam comes out of there and hits the three of them. And then the zombies go right back to feasting on her flesh. So strength contest to fight them off.
17.
3.
Yay.
I'm doing better.
Yep. So you push them off. They do get a chunk on you. Let's see here. That is going to be 14 damage as they continue biting into you as you shove them off.
Just a heads up, everyone. I could probably do with some healing. I was on full, and I already real need some healing.
Nobody has any, do they?
Nope. King, it's your turn.
So, I gained 20 hit points.
Can you gain them to me?
No. That's why I was like, I mean, I have healing. It works only one way, but and then I'm going to slashy these people. So 24, 10, and 18.
10 misses.
Hot diggity. 21 damage.
Yep, so you actually take down a second one by 1 HP.
I kill Electo. I just stab Electo right through the head, and I'm like, "You're no Electro!" And I twist the blade in her brain.
Ray is a masterpiece.
Yeah.
Yep, so, wow, really going for the head here, huh? We set one on fire, we stab one, and only Tisiphone is left. Blake, it's your turn.
How fucked are you, Lynette?
I might as well be. I'm on 13 HP left.
Okay, so I'm gonna use Vine Whip and grab Lynette's leg and drag her 10 feet away from them.
Oh, okay, that went the opposite direction. I thought you were going to pull Tisiphone away from her.
I thought you were gonna do a spell that, like, you were like, it's gonna kill
I was
you,
mistaken.
but...
I thought there were still 2 of them, but there's only 1 left. Well, in that case, yeah, I'd be dragging the enemy off of her. Yeah, so I'm gonna use Vine Whip to take the last of the Furies away from Lynette by 10 feet. It's a attack, so fucking roll 24.
Yeah, that definitely hits.
Okay, and it will do 3 piercing damage.
Yeah, not much damage, but you give Lynette some breathing space for an AoE, which is interesting because it's now Cordelia's turn.
I kind of...
Cone of
how
cold.
close am I?
Cone of cold.
I really wanted to point blank execution style Sacred Flame him in the head.
Well, that's good too.
You mess with my girlfriend, you get flamed in the face. At point blank range.
6. That's a fail.
Oh, that's a fail. 21 damage.
Nope. You set her on fire, but she still has health.
Well, that's fine. Now you're on fire like the dumb bitch you are.
Fair enough. Lynette, it's your turn.
Let's throw another Sacred Flame out.
All right.
Get that burn.
16.
That's some bad rolls. 10 damage. 10 fire damage.
All right, so Lynette and Cordelia both set Tisiphone on fire, but she's still going. She is just a burning pyre, and she's still approaching.
I'm gonna pull a marshmallow out of my pocket and roast it.
See, this is what happens when more than half of your D6s are ones.
Yeah, our ones.
I mean, this is what happens when the warlocks who constantly get their spells back keep using cantrips.
I'm baffled.
Let us live our Sacred Flame lives, you monsters.
27 and 17 on Cordelia.
Okay.
At the end of Lynette's turn, legendary action to attack Cordelia. 17, and then it's Tisiphone's turn, and she is going to, would she try? She's a zombie. Would she have the thought to execute Lynette on the ground, or would she just keep going after Cordelia? Cordelia, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm trying to be very careful between pulling my punches and role-playing the character, you know?
Yeah, but it's one of those... Zombies aren't thinking. They don't do logic.
No matter what, they're gonna be mad at you, Austin.
Yeah, I mean, Glenn survived underneath a dumpster for like 3 days, so I mean, they're stupid.
Bad show. 17, 20, and 27.
Yeah.
All of them?
Yeah.
All right. Cordelia, so Tisiphone is straight up on fire, 12 feet of flames coming off of this zombie as her scourge is also engulfed, and she's just whipping the shit out of you. Look at those ones! Whew. Someone screen cap that for the Discord. Look at that. So only 16.
No, they don't deserve it.
Yeah.
full heel turn on our audience.
God. Only 16 damage on an attack with a +6.
So out of 72 possible damage, only 16, Cordelia, as you are whipped with a flaming scourge, and now it is King's turn.
All right, I'm going to make 3 attacks, 17, a crit, and a 9.
Yep.
And then I'm making one more because I rarely ever do this, but I don't have Fighting Spirit to do this turn, nor do I have Second Wind, so I'm going to use my bonus action to bite. Nyam! 13.
That was such a cute noise.
13 misses, fortunately,
Nyam,
because I don't want to
nyam.
get another excuse to poison you.
Nyam, 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 nyam.
But yeah, it's 17 and crit hit.
All right, I guess that's okay. Where the hell are these numbers?
How do you?
God
I
damn
don't
it.
understand. I legitimately am in awe of your ability to like make so many attacks. How do you do it?
29 damage.
You can chart everyone's distaste for D&D over the years. It's just straight up.
It's just this is like the 5th beer tonight, so.
I like playing. I just don't like math.
It's very fun. Austin, 30 damage. Are you dead?
Yes.
It's very fun.
Fuck
Are you dead?
yeah. Pelvic thrust to the air.
We beat your combat puzzle. Are you done telling us we're bad at D&D?
Yeah.
So Stephanie is like hovering over Cordelia trying to kill her. And I want King to come in and he fucking impales her head with his sword. And then he holds his hand out and he's like, get up. And they're friends now. That was the moment, Austin. It all came together.
Did you say just Stephanie? Is that what you call?
I saved her from Bethany. I don't know her name.
Why? Anemone.
I saved Cordelia. And it's like King trying to be nice and be like, get up, like an honorable way.
Oh. Nice. I get up. I'm just thinking about just Stephanie still.
I mean, who isn't, really?
I'm trying to work it out in my...
So, is there any way Lynette is allowed to heal herself? Can she have a rest?
Let's all take a nap in front of the portal.
Yeah, you roll hit dice.
Hooray!
Hooray.
I'm jumping through the portal.
No, let us roll hit dice first.
My daughter!
Oh, you sound like you're going spelunking. Do y'all ever think about how fun of a word spelunking is?
Frequently, actually.
Did you just type zap?
Yeah, I zapped away. I went through the portal.
Why'd you type it in the roll?
Do I get eaten by zombies?
So for my knowledge of how the next encounter is going to play out, does King run ahead?
Yeah, I mean, that's the portal to my daughter, right? I'm fucking there. I don't need to roll hit dice.
Chris
I've
is like, I
100
want to
I've
die.
got like
Let me die.
130 life right now. I'm fine.
If he dies, he dies.
So Lynette heals up and then goes through the portal.
Yeah, same.
I would have waited. Blake would have waited for Lynette.
Hey, everyone. Bernie has 69 delegates.
Nice.
Nice.
Cordelia, Lynette, Blake, why don't you give me a taste of the 10 minutes it takes for you to heal and talk, because King just bamfed into the final boss room while you're healing, so...
I'm sticking by that I roasted marshmallows on just Stephanie's flaming body,
Oh, that's good, yeah.
so I'm gonna eat those now.
King, please wait for us.
Like that, daughter's right there. Let's go. I'm gone. Zap.
Why does he want to die?
No lie. The first D&D character I ever played online, I had him jump through a portal and he was eaten alive by zombies because the rest of the party said, "No, I'm done. I'm not going through that portal."
We literally just need like a second for me to not be on the verge of
You
death.
you technically read 20 minutes, but like that's his daughter right there, so he's going for it.
He's fine. He's big. He'll be fine. We'll catch up.
Well, I hope so for his sake.
Honestly, part of me is tempted to say that I don't know if Lynette would let him just go in alone.
How's Lynette going to stop him?
I mean, she wasn't going to try and stop him. The thought was, oh shit, do I go in with you and make sure you at least have someone else in there?
No, because if you move to do that, Cordelia is slapping you.
Okay, fine.
And she does exactly 13 with every slap.
Only when her mouth is full of marshmallow, though.
Marshmallows are so good.
Okay, so King jumps through the portal. We'll rejoin him in a second. The party's sitting around the roasting bodies of the Furies. Cordelia's cooking marshmallows. Lynette goes to follow, and Cordelia gives her a playful slap and tells her to sit back down and finish bandaging up. What do you say? Anything else while you're sitting around this this zombie campfire?
Here, Lynette, I put the mice in this marshmallow for you.
I hope that you don't take this the wrong way. You lot as a group needed. You really could have done with like a divisive leader who, kept you all on one cohesive track of doing things as a group, huh?
Who would that have been?
I have no idea who could potentially have been pegged for that role.
A very talented person who has a lot of experience doing difficult, let's say, runs, if you will.
Yeah. Really could have done with that, huh?
Well, no, I don't know what you're talking about. Sorry, but here's a marshmallow.
All right, King, you plummet down through the portal into the astral plane. You've been here before. It looks like the night sky, but just absolutely full of stars. Way more than you see like in the modern day city because of light pollution. It's wall to wall stars, and you're falling through the air, which has no temperature. It's not medium. It has no temperature, which is not a physical possibility, but planescape. And you're falling through this, and suddenly you hit the astral sea. For some reason, it doesn't feel as deep as when you waded into it in Cato's office. Like, you hit the water, and you go up to your waist maybe until you hit something solid beneath you, and your momentum is stopped.
What have I landed on?
Roll perception.
Oh, I have a good thing with that. Oh, but I crit. I crit failed.
I crit.
Oof. So that's a botch. And so you look around the astral plane in every direction, and it's like you're...
Do I think restoring the Maxwell's is a good idea again?
You find you feel an intense sense of being lost. It's like you're adrift at sea, but in the sky, and every direction is just endless sky, and your heart is filled with terror. I mean, I've never personally been lost at sea, but I imagine it's pants-shittingly terrifying, and that's kind of what you feel now. You don't see anything in the darkness with you because you botched, and so you're going to start feeling pain before you can respond to that.
Okay.
Can
I spin around in a circle and determine a random direction to swim in?
1 sec, let me roll some damage on you.
Oh, no, don't do that.
Well, he's convinced me, folks.
Finally, all the years of trying.
13 damage as something underneath. I'm going to call it the sea, even though we've discussed it's not actually the sea, but for simplicity's sake, something under the water bites you.
Under the sea.
The sea. I heard that too. Under the sea.
Under the sea. Is it a giant crab?
It's not a giant crab to your knowledge.
Okay.
Life is much better down where it's wetter.
Take it from me.
So, King, you fall into the astral plane and you find yourself already under attack.
Okay, that's not good.
No, it's not.
A fight.
That doesn't sound like the life is much better when down where it's wetter.
All right, make an attack against whatever is under the water. with disadvantage.
20.
20 and a 21. Incredible. So you lift up the flaming greatsword with the lime's green fire, and you slam it down into the water, which it doesn't get extinguished because it's not actually water. And there is a spout. There is a torrent of purple blood that shoots out from where you stabbed.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't hit somebody, did I?
I was just imagining that purple ketchup they used to make.
Yeah. So with that, there is a great wave through the water. There's a great disturbance on the surface of the sea, and the water begins moving all around you. And you see something in the darkness ahead of you. It almost feels like, the Super Smash Bros. Stage Final Destination.
I'm familiar.
You're floating like in that void, and the thing you've landed on is the stage, but imagine it's submerged underwater.
Oh, and I'm Fox, and I have no items.
That's exactly what's happening. And you slowly realize what's going on, which is that you've landed in the open palm of the Titan Kronos.
Oh no, he's gonna eat you!
And this Titan, who was so large that he ate his children, and then they grew up to adulthood in his stomach and eventually escaped. That's the story. So he's large enough he can eat people whole. And you're standing in his palm, and his body is like laying face down in the ocean, like a small island ahead of you. His face like slightly upturned, half submerged in the water. His eyes fully purple. And something's still attacking you under the water?
Do I have any abilities on this character sheet that are not attack? I don't believe so.
So to set the parameters of this combat, we don't need to roll initiative because there's only 2 right now. But there are 2 things to worry about. One is the Titan Cronus, whose zombified body is face down in the astral sea and whose arm is outstretched, and you're standing in his palm like a platform. And the other thing is there's something on his palm under the water with you, and it's attacking you.
So we're under the water?
You're like up to your waist in the astral sea.
Okay.
If the palm wasn't here, you would sink into it like deep down, but you landed in his outstretched palm because Pope was waiting for you.
Okay. I want to take the dodge action for my action, and I want to run up the arm of Kronos so that I'm on his shoulder and I'm not in the water.
Okay, so you can take the dodge action to minimize your damage. It's going to take several rounds to crawl up the arm onto the body. It's a long journey.
Okay. Yeah, well, I'm going to do that. That way he also can't just, like, if Kronos decides to start moving, he can't just, like, grab his, like, close his hand and I'm snatched.
Yeah. So whatever's under the astral sea tries to grab you is you use the dodge action run away, so I get disadvantage on this attack. 14, that's going to miss, huh?
Yeah.
What you see attacking from under the water is a tangled mess of different zombie gods. You see Egyptian gods, Norse gods, Greek gods, obscure ones you're not really sure of. They're all gathered here in this palm waiting for you. Their limbs intertwined, their bodies half rotted, half purple. Their bones broken and sticking out from under their skin, their eyes hanging limply out of their sockets, just crudely assembled to wait for you. And you see one of them has blood on its mouth, and it is the Egyptian god Sobek, who is a giant alligator.
He's like my favorite Smite
Nom
character.
nom.
Crocodile, who, in a way, reflects you, also a big green lizard man.
No, make him an alligator. Their noses are chunkier.
All right, Sobek is an alligator. Sobek has been an alligator the whole time. Fuck you, Egypt, I guess.
Yeah.
So, King, you're trying to run up this arm. Why don't you roll athletics to escape the gods here?
Okie dokie. 30 and a crit.
Jesus Christ.
30 and a crit. 30 and a crit.
My word. So more zombies rise up out of this. You see...
I kick them down and they go back in the water and I run up the arm.
Push him in a hole.
Yeah, I push them in the biggest hole of all, the ocean.
Yeah. So I think rather than this being a combat situation, this is just more like an action-adventure chase where the gods of the Greek, Norse, and Egyptian pantheon chase king up the arm of the Titan Cronus, and he's just hauling ass. And just this green light in the darkness as Lime's sword lights the way.
Exactly. I'm gonna cut onto the arm a couple times so some blood comes out and it gets all slippery so they can't crawl any well.
Oh, an oil slick.
Yeah. And I reach into my pocket and I have a bag of caltrips in there and I throw those behind me. And then they're chasing after me with roller skates, but I push over a gumball machine and they start slipping on it and then they slide all the way down.
How many banana peels? How many banana peel situation is this?
One of them gets really close and then I go bring, and they're like, bleh, and I was like, it's for you. And then I punch them in the face instead of handing them a phone and they tumble all the way down.
So as you're running, you're actually escaping these gods. And so I had more combat planned, but with this crit, what I'm going to give you is you're outpacing them. Then we need to do a dexterity contest for reasons I will explain after we roll.
Just tell us now.
I got an 11.
So it's your dexterity against the strength of Cronus.
Oh, no.
Would this be a saving throw?
24 beats 11.
You didn't answer my question. Is it a saving throw?
If it was, I would have told you.
Please?
So what happens is you're running up,
Daddy.
You're running up this pale zombified arm. The head is half submerged out of the water, looking at you with one purple eye. And suddenly, underneath the skin, there are growing veins of green. Shooting up the arm, live wires up to the wrist, which starts to bend, and the whole arm articulates backward to grab you as you reach the shoulder. And you see the Kronos now, you're closer. The body has patches of purple, but it's not fully purple like all the zombies you fought the rest of this arc. He's just too big to be fully purple. And so the body is having a hard time moving. But suddenly there's this burst of green up the arm, and it articulates backwards and grabs hold of you and begins slowly taking you towards Cronus's open, slavering mouth.
I would like to... He has a pretty good strength.
Yeah.
Can I spit on myself and just slide out?
Slide into home.
Use the natural lube of my mouth.
Yeah, make a lube roll.
How slobbery
okay.
is Cronus?
Lube? Wait, did you say lube roll?
Yeah, lube.
Okay.
That's sleight of hand, I believe.
114. Oh, I have sleight of hand. All right, hold on. That's a different number then.
Why'd you add 109?
I just held down up on it. I got a 10.
Yeah, that is not enough to slide out of the grip of the Titan Cronus, who slowly lifts you up towards its mouth, which it pulls out of the astral sea with great effort, and plunges you into his jaws.
I want to use my sword and I want to catch him in his teeth.
Oh.
All right, yeah, strength contest.
I'm breaking this dude's teeth and wedging my sword in there.
Break his teeth.
29.
I mean, I'm just going to roll a d20 at that point. 19, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, you try to jam your sword in the teeth and you cut apart the gums of this zombie. They're not particularly robust, and strips of his mouth come off against your sword as you are swallowed by the darkness.
Okay. So I'm done this season then? I'm out?
Nifyx.
I can go home?
Oh, shit, yeah.
Nifyx, the Holophant Lancelot, has finally found you.
Yeah, he didn't sound as, pissed off as I imagined he would.
Nifyx, I've been looking everywhere for you, but you weren't really lost because you had her with you the whole time and she knew where she was going, and I only really caught up to you at the end because of your live stream.
Hey. What's up?
That's all you have to say to me?
I mean, I don't know what you want me to say right now, honestly.
There's so much. How about sorry? Or, help me? I've gone insane?
I don't know what to tell you. I'm real I'm real deep in now, and I'm working on an exit strategy. Don't worry, you're not gonna have to worry about me soon. I'm gonna be gone. Gonna be out the picture. Stop worrying about me soon.
The face of Cronus in this painting.
Oh my god, again.
No, I just realized what it's been reminding me of the whole time.
What?
That portrait of Jesus that the old lady tried to make. That's the face he's making.
Lancelot says, I'm glad I don't have to worry about you, Nifyx, but frankly, I have bigger concerns. Like, the believers are killing all of the people in the Aethar and the Doomguard, and it's a massacre. We're going to lose the war.
Uh-huh. You're going to lose the war that I was asking questions about maybe joining your side on, and then we got into a whole big fight, huh?
Oh my god, are you still mad?
Look. This war was gonna happen regardless. You all of you factions have been a powder keg for a while. And it turns out without, a Lady of Pain keeping you all in check, you just all couldn't wait to have your big war, and now one of your factions is winning and one's losing. You're having your big war that you're all gearing up for this. You've all been waiting to have your big fight and find out whose ideology gets to be the winning one.
Well, the bad guys are winning, Nifyx.
The ones that you don't like are winning.
Yeah, the bad guys.
And and I'm sure they would say that the good guys are winning. I'm sure that's what they would say.
They can't say that. I'm the hero.
You just get to decide that, do you?
Here I am. I'm being the hero.
Oh my god.
I mean, I don't think you get to be the hero if you cannot answer a single real fucking simple question about your ideology. If your ideology doesn't hold up to that level of scrutiny, I don't think you get to be the hero.
Okay, ask me anything. AMA.
I mean, it's a bit late for that now. At this point, I really don't give two shits what's going on with your whole deal.
Debate me, Nifyx. Debate me.
Hey.
Oh.
For the first time, I have my own shit going on rather than trying to chase after everyone else, hoping that they'll approve of me for helping them do their thing that they want me to do. So, no, I'm done. I'm gonna go do my thing. I have my own plan. I have my own faction that doesn't have to deal with any of your warring nonsense.
How Nifyx got her groove back.
A little bit.
Lancelot says, yeah, I saw you have your own thing. You were on the news doing crime.
Oh my god, I hate him more.
Yeah, and you are doing a war. We're all doing shit right now.
I'm gonna win the war, Nifyx. That's why I'm here.
You're gonna win the war that you literally just came up to me and told me you're losing.
We're losing now, but we're not gonna lose because you're gonna give me the Gallarhorn.
And why? And why? Why would I do that?
Because it's the right thing to do?
Yeah, let me get this right. Let me get this right, Lancelot. You, who I have not gotten on with in quite some time, I'm just gonna give you the horn and, let you undo my whole thing. The thing that I chose to do, that I think will hopefully make things better, where I made my moral judgment about what might make the world better, much like you and every other faction's doing. I'm just gonna go, yeah, you know what, I'm gonna hand over the horn and let you undo all of my hard work, and then all of everything I've done, everything I've thrown away will be for nothing. That sounds great. I love the idea of throwing away my whole life and then not even seeing it through to the end. That sounds great, Lancelot. Thank you for helping me see the light.
You have to. I'm the hero. You held onto the horn for me, and now I'm here. And I'm going to take it, and I'm going to lead the Nidhogg's, and then we're going to go back to Sigil, and we're going to save it from the Believers.
Lancelot, no matter what happens at this point, my life on this plane is over. I have nothing to return to. The only bit of joy I have left facing me is my road trip to make it impossible to change what I've done. I'm going through with it. For the first time, I'm making a decision for myself, and I'm happy about it. I made a choice. I made a moral judgment. I'm gonna try and make things better, and I'm gonna make sure no one can just turn around and undo it. So no. You don't get to be the hero this time. You don't get to stop me from doing what I want to do. You had your chance to have a conversation about your team, and I asked one question and got kicked out. No, you can't be doing it. So no, I'm making my own team. No one can kick me out of this one, because this one's mine.
So you're gonna be a bad guy now.
I'm gonna be one of the people who is on a team that's not yours, that disagrees with your way of doing things.
You're gonna give me the horn, Nifyx, one way or another.
Like, you want to take the horn, come get it, but good luck with that.
Lancelot casts Trumpet of Blasting.
Aww.
Is that an actual attack?
What?
That's
Constitution saving throw as his trunk explodes with magic.
Who else wants to try and make an elephant noise?
Oh, that's a 3. That's not a good roll. Oh, actually, okay, it's a 7. It's not much better than I thought it was.
All right. So Nifyx fails.
Yeah.
And Lancelot, who is in his big Ganesh form, so he's bigger than a human. So his trunk is truly massive compared to your gnome body, hits you with 13 thunder damage, and you immediately are deafened by the force of the magic coming out of his trunk. Like
Big trunk energy.
you have the tinnitus, basically. And you see Sharon next to you, and she's saying something, but you can't hear her.
As a free action, Nifyx is going to attempt to bloodbend Lancelot.
Yeah, so as your bonus action,
Yeah.
21, he succeeds.
Okay, well, with that out the way, time to cast that arcane sword, I guess.
All right, so the scythe jumps out of Sharon's hand and begins knifing through the air, like literally spinning like a pinwheel as it flies towards Lancelot. I'm gonna roll damage for that. Both the action, or you used your bonus action. So, 25. Damn. The scythe just slashes into him, and he like wheels backwards. Sharon also looks surprised because she was. You don't know this because you're deafened, but she was saying, "Are you sure you want to fight this guy?" And the answer is yes, apparently.
Yeah, if Nifyx could hear that, her answer probably would have been, yeah, this guy's been a real fucking dick for a while.
So Sharon doesn't attack right away because she has to go run across to the other end of the boat and pick up her mask, which gives her her Lady of Pain powers. Mm-hmm. So she's not going to join the fight right away. But you arcane scythe Lancelot deep, and he is going to actually. So he gets cut with the scythe, and then he like backs up, like shocked, almost like, Nifyx, I can't believe you cut me. But you can't hear him. You're just, and so it's nothing to you. And then he dive bombs you in his Ganesh form, but then midair transforms into a woolly mammoth form, even bigger, like semi-truck. And so when he hits the ground, there is a huge splintering of wood as he puts a hole in the top of the Hermes. Dexterity saving throw.
14?
That fails. You take 18 damage as a piece of wood stabs into you, and you are thrown backwards.
My turn?
Yep, it's your turn. Sharon's still getting her mask.
Time for me to no-clip and continue arcane swording.
So as a bonus action, damn, 28 damage. You stab him again with the scythe. So you can't be hit because you're no-clip, so it's basically Lancelot versus the scythe at this point.
Oh, no.
So Lancelot is going to try to run from the scythe. He has a flying speed much higher than the scythe can move. I think the scythe is 30 and he is 75. So he turns back into the Ganesh form and takes to the air and starts running from it. I think he's actually going to try to fly by Sharon and like dodge out of the way so it hits her.
So what you're saying is I really need to hold this person in place. Okay, I wish to attempt to bloodbend him again.
So you're gonna use your action to yes clip and then try to hold person.
Yeah, sure.
9, he fails. So the Lancelot's running from the scythe. It can't catch up to him. He's too fast. But you pop into vulnerability and you hold out the guitar and you blood bend him so he freezes in midair and the scythe slams into his back, cutting him deep. Let me roll damage for that.
Yep, let's roll that damage.
16, but now you are vulnerable.
Yeah, okay. Well, at least I got him again.
So it's Sharon's turn. She picks up the mask and puts it on, and that's her action. She's ready to join. It is now Lancelot's turn, and he's going to use Trumpet of Sparkles.
He has so many trumpets.
Oh my god, how did this get so many cute moves, and can I play one in a future season?
It sounds so good.
Nifyx, Constitution saving throw.
Constitution, right.
It sounds like a fun time, not a bad time.
I mean, I would love a Trumpet of Sparkles.
Yeah, it's like a
That's not gonna do it.
Oh no.
Nope, Nifyx fails. What's your alignment?
I think we went chaotic neutral, didn't we?
At least, yeah. You started the campaign chaotic good. You went to chaotic neutral. I'm asking you if you've ever slipped into evil because this would have extra effects if you have.
I don't necessarily think that her outlook has turned evil. I think that
she has done evil things, but
she has done bad things. But I think that ultimately she still wants a world in which she could stop killing and wouldn't have to kill anyone else. Like she doesn't like that those are things that she has done. I think she...
Did you hear that, audience?
19 damage from the Trumpet of Sparkles.
She's not a gleeful murderer.
Nifyx, it's your turn. You hit by a blast of magic sparkles. Basically, Lancelot fires confetti out of his trunk at you.
Okay, is he in range to hit with the blade again?
Oh yeah, this is gonna keep going on. This spell is pretty strong.
Well, that's what I meant was like, was the fact that I held him in place previously enough that I can keep hitting him with the sword for now?
Yeah, for now. So 13 damage.
Yep, and I no-clip myself back again.
All right, so now it's Sharon's turn. Sharon summons a blade barrier, a giant wall of blades, which you can use strategically in your fights. Lancelot is going to, once again, fly towards the ship and turn into his mastodon form as he falls out of the air. He's trying to sink the ship.
Oh.
Man, Sharon's fucking house/ship is just getting wrecked.
Also, does he know that I'm no-clip? Does he know he can't touch me?
Yeah, I think the news of you stealing the Gallarhorn by becoming invulnerable hit the news, so
okay.
He's aware. So yeah, so actually he straight up stops trying to fight you, Nifyx. He turns into a mastodon and rams the side of the Hermes with his tusks at the water line to try to sink the ship.
Okay, he's trying to sink that ship. Right.
21, that's okay. So he's hit the ship twice now. It's your turn, Nifyx. What do you do?
Okay, gonna yes clip and hit them one more time with the with the big blade.
12 damage from the arcane sword, and it is Sharon's turn. Sharon's going to create a cloud of daggers on Lancelot. And then Lancelot is going to slam into the ship again.
Slams a lot now.
I'm sorry.
That's nothing.
I'm sorry, Lauren. Was that Slamsalot?
I realized as I was saying it.
Uh-huh.
How, speaking of bussy.
That's my rap name, Sir Slamsalot.
They're gonna talk about your bussy in the credits.
Lancelot puts a third hole in the ship in his mammoth form, and it begins to sink. It does not immediately crumble. I didn't roll high enough for that, but it's sinking. And Sharon is extremely upset by this.
Okay. Nifyx is going to cast Disintegrate.
He's very big. His dex is actually pretty bad. 4, he fails, but I'm going to use a legendary resistance to choose to succeed.
Half of 84 damage. So that's still going to be 42 damage.
Yeah, that's pretty good. I think you hold your Guitar Hero controller aloft, fire a ray of disintegration. It hits him in the wing and puts a hole in it, and he begins plummeting towards towards the sinking ship. And actually, strength contest as Lancelot slams into you. This is now just like a fist fight as he turns back into his Ganesh form.
It sounded like you said ganache for a second.
8.
Oh, he botched.
Oh!
Okay, here's what happens. You disintegrate his wing. He falls out of the air. He tries to land on you, but the where he lands on the roof of the Hermes buckles, and you crash into the dance floor right inside the boat. So you're no longer on the roof, and you land on the dance floor, which is flooding from the river Leth. And you're on a flooding dance floor, but he botched, so he like slams into the ground too hard at a weird angle and snaps his leg. And here's what happens, Nifyx. You're like tangled up with him. He's much bigger than you, but you have a weapon which can control his blood.
Yeah.
So if you do not want him to stand up as this dance floor floods, you can decide that.
Ooh.
It's up to you if he stands up.
Whoa. That's intense.
I think that Nifyx is gonna lock him in place and just say, "Look, I'm sorry, but I can't let you stop me."
Nifyx.
No.
Nifyx.
I
Come
Look,
on.
I just wanted to be your friend.
Nifyx. I EV trained the Beedrills.
Oh, fuck. Oh, no. Oh, you got...
What does that mean?
Back in the first fucking downtime scene, I tried to teach him how to play Pokemon, and he wasn't very good at it, and he went and learned to do a really specific end game thing that you do in Pokemon to make your not very viable Pokemon make them more competitively viable. He did the thing. He did a thing from our downtime where we were trying to make friends.
How dare you make the cute sad voice, Austin?
Oh, see, Laura the player, you have broken my fucking heart.
It's very rude. I'm so upset.
You've got me crying.
Fuck you, Austin.
Fuck you and your well-trained Beatrice. I did not think fucking EV trained Beedrills would be what got me this season, but fuck it.
I think those are Lancelot's last words.
Come on. You're so mean.
All right, see you next week.
You can't just make Laura cry and dip. Who do you think you are? I'm gonna kick your ass. Tell him again. Do it. Thank you. Okay, I'm putting you back down.
Okay, so none of this is probably usable for the credits, so we should talk about the executive producers for March 2020.
Please leave the cat noises in.
If they show up on your recording.
Fine. Okay, hold on. I'm pulling up the list. Executive producers, March 2020. Joseph Tombrello.
Extellaris.
Jade.
Brent, still every episode of Dice Funk Goatly.
Devin, conduit of evolution.
John Madera, conduit of caramel lattes.
Rob Dakin. Fighter of Rob Nightkin.
Paul Mullen.
Inspired by all these PhD patrons, I'm getting a degree in what the heck.
You already have a degree in what the heck.
Yeah. Rip Chip, human fighter and pal of Harking Caleb, eaten by an ankeg.
Christ man, smiting all the fake Christians. Uh-oh.
What's an ankeg?
It's a big D&D insect. We had this exact conversation last month.
My brain is broken. Christ, man. No, you said that one. I got distracted by the ankeg.
You literally did have a traumatic brain injury this week.
Oh, I did. That's right.
That's going to be an excuse for like 2.5 years now.
Thank God. I got some excuse.
Toshiro Kuru's new self, 40 pounds lighter and finally in control of the accounts. I'm not sure when you lost control of your accounts. That's bad, but congrats on the health.
Being in control of the accounts is very good for my mental health, so I bet it's very helpful for you.
I want fewer accounts, frankly.
Well, I want fewer of them, but if I'm not in charge of them, I don't know what's going on, and then I'm 100% anxious all the time.
That's bad. Andrew
Grothin.
Oh my gosh. That's my horny noise.
No, it's... What?
The cat made a horny noise. How come I can't make a horny noise?
You're always complaining about how they won't leave your bussy alone, and here we are. Buck Pucker, the cavernous cowboy.
Dr. Goatman.
Faith _and_ Valor.
It's Francois V.
Hedron Master.
Oh man, I shouldn't have wasted so much time with the horny noise. I got stuck with this one. Hold up. What's your starter Pokemon? Dildo, Vibrator, or Butt Plug?
I'll choose Vibrator.
Snorlax.
That's not one of the options.
Snorlax.
JK.
Jamie, conduit of dumb gay bitch.
Same. John what?
Nefys Decidia, a sheep with crushingly low self-esteem.
No.
If you're a sheep, you're soft. Just be proud of it.
Possum Kingdom Refugee.
Random, conduit of would you like a hug?
Sternad.
You read ahead.
I read ahead.
Vinny, currently dreaming of Austin's bussy cakes. I don't even know what that means.
Your cheeks. It's the cheeks, Austin.
I hate it.
Your cheeks.
No.
Z23619.
Kevin Dobbins.
Kiss a gambling pig. He's Irish.
Charlie Chalkley is DMing his first sesh on Saturday. Oh God, Austin, help! Here's the secret. They can't stop you.
Pumpkin spice itself.
Robert Tuttle.
Anthony, patron Adora.
Aquatic squirrel.
I'm here for it. Is he wearing like little scuba gear? It's like that parrot with the goggles.
Yeah, I love to reference pictures I saw on the internet.
They'll know. They understand.
Okay, Morgan Rapp.
I say that every time. Haley Anderson.
Pinko Sock.
Back in the summer of '69. That's good.
Oh my
It's
God.
a 6 and then a D and then a 9.
Yeah, it sure is. But the next one's very French. Can you do it? Are you Frenchier than me?
Ce n'est pas un homme, je moi de Mars.
Exactly.
I don't know. I tried.
'Tis I, Zedster.
64-pound mac and cheese homunculus.
It wasn't 64 pounds. It was 64 ounces. Come on. Come on.
At Blackstone Mask. I'm gonna make him wear me on his face.
What is happening? A horny illithid coming for Austin's pussy. This is gonna be the worst credits of all time.
A montage of goth Nifyx staring out into the rain.
A non-horny gift for Austin, and a very horny one for the goblin.
A question we all need an answer to. Is Anne smarter than King?
No, Anne is intelligence of 3? King is like at 7 or something.
A werewolf with the Chinese menu in his hand.
AAA. Isaac, conduit of Linux, mascot Tux the Penguin.
I like how you stopped me before I could make my werewolf joke.
Did I?
I was about to say, if you kill the original Chinese menu.
How could I have possibly known that was coming?
Because I do it all the time.
I don't think you do.
I'm always making the werewolf thing.
I guess.
And you're like, you get so mad about it.
I'm not. Do people actually think I'm mad and not like doing comedic exasperation?
I don't know.
Okay, I've never been mad on Mike.
Aaron Norgard.
Abigail Grace.
Adrian Y.
Aftershock. Too busy planning an art expo to update Patreon name.
But hold on. But you updated the...
Yeah, when they weren't busy, and now they are. It's a future.
Agent Hedgepiggle.
Aggressively weeping and eating ramen.
The Austin Yarsky story.
Am I aggressively weeping, or is it gentle?
What are you doing down there?
They're doing cat stuff.
Okay. Eloris.
Ooh, boy.
Eloros.
Excuse?
A conduit of toast.
Okay, Aki Savalainen.
Alex Vepra.
An otter air saxophoning careless whisper with your phone?
Da-da-da-da-da-da. God, that song slaps.
Okay.
You sent me that video.
Wait,
Did
I sent
you?
you a video of an otter air saxophoning careless whisper?
Maybe I sent it to you. It was the otter. He had the phone in his mouth and it looked like he was doing the saxophone. And in the background, it was playing Careless Whisper.
You send me dozens of animal videos every day. It's hard to keep track.
I remember, like, everyone.
You have the eidetic memory, but only for animal videos. Meanwhile, I'm like, all right, so remember that thing that happened last episode? And you're like, no, I might as well not have existed until 25 seconds ago.
But if you need to know my top 5 seal video.
Andrew Birmingham.
We're still in the A's.
We're in hell.
Andrew Fedge, conduit of speaking. Is it Fedgy? I know they've told us.
Oh, fuck, what's the point of anything?
Fedgy, conduit of speaking. Because it's like veggies. Andrew Fedge, conduit of speaking truth to power itself.
Anna,
conduit of procrastination.
Did Anna respond when you said her name?
Banana. No, she's cleaning her butt.
Anon.
Antonio, conduit of snacks.
Arachnival, making dark deals with the spiders of mortality. They're coming for you.
Ariadne. Oh, God. You know when you say something too many times and you don't know what it should sound like?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's that. But asking if this island has got any daiquiris.
Arjun de Koning.
Ash, the gayest bitch in the Midwest.
Austin, I can't believe you had to Google Beasterizer. I just wanted to make sure. I even said before I Googled it, isn't that the name of Bloody Roar? I was right. I was just checking. You gotta...
I still don't remember. Was that last credits?
It was a while ago. Measure twice, cut once.
Austin, you're a great storyteller. Isaac, conduit of gavel, gavel, gavel.
Badadroid?
Beta droid.
Beast 667.
Becky Toothville, property of Janiac.
BJ, if Lime dies, we all die.
Finally. B-Ray Echo, yeah.
Sorry, that really got me. It's just a matter of fact. I guess I'll die. Before we continue, I gotta poop. Back in 5. Was this written by King?
Big time Getty Lee. Conduit of big time bass riffs.
Bass?
Bass? I was thinking about Leroy Brown, the baddest fish in the whole damn town.
Okay.
Okay.
Blue
he's
6.
He's a fish and he's a bass.
Blue 6.
Bass riffs. Bonus.
Brady, god of murder, survivor of Lauren's massacre.
Why would you want to survive that? It's terrible. Brett!
Bro Jimbo.
You didn't say that with the right excitement.
Oh, I'm sorry. You want to show us how it's done?
Brojimbo!
Is that how? Okay. If you say
Brojimbo! Buy your girl some flowers?
Lauren, you want to... Callum, Monsieur Garbage Turner.
Come on, Monsieur.
Oh my...
Monsieur.
There's nothing I do good enough for you.
No, I just woke up and I have a caffeinated beverage and I'm an idiot.
Kamran Abbas. Cameron
Fuck,
Abbas.
hold on. I just spit my drink everywhere.
Good. Candace, listen to Dice Funk Starling.
Yeah, you keep going. I'm just gonna clean this up.
Yeah, pick up the cat and use it to mop up your mess. Caradwen, Chief Beef Thief. I could probably say that at a different cadence. Chief Beef Thief. That's hard. Chloe the dog is #1 baking helper. Aw, dogs covered in flour. They're just wagging their tail. They don't even know about messes. They love it.
Do you ever think about Bailey?
Elizabeth Warren's dog that stole the burrito.
He stole so much burrito.
At the time of recording, this is very viral. When you're hearing this, probably not so much, but...
Okay, so I made a mess, and I don't remember. Where were we at?
Chris, conduit of bad decisions, Walling.
Chris from Ohio.
Christopher Charlow.
Coho Blast.
Do you ever think about how our Chris, seems like he's from Ohio? I know he's from Pennsylvania. He just has a big Ohio energy.
You can't say that.
Why?
Ohio and Pennsylvania don't like each other, from what I know.
Oh, wow. A thing that matters.
It's a football thing, I guess.
I love it when things matter.
Oh my god. Cool Christmas. Conduit of not paying child support. Hey!
That's a classic Jim Sterling joke.
Okay, I was like, hey, pay your child support.
Corim, professor of the Ashen Wolves house beneath Garrick Mock. Yeah, that DLC was pretty good. I beat it in like 3 hours. No big deal.
Counterfeit.
C.R. Saldana, prophet of RN Jesus.
Cthulhu, conduit of tentacle mindfucking.
Well, that went from cute to extremely hardcore.
Hey, Q.
Yeah.
Cumber.
Oh, Dan B.
Cumber.
We're only in the D's. We're doing this for like 25 minutes.
You got to do it one time.
Do what?
Diane B. Just say Cumber for like 10 minutes.
Oh, yeah, when the Cumber madness took me.
Yeah. Cumber.
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 We're never going to do this. Dandy Snuff.
Daniel Marston, conduit of unnecessary concept.
Just fucking roasting the typo.
No, I just thought they were trying to put ass in there.
Oh, maybe. Daria is finally writing. Hey, that worked out.
Good job, Daria. Dawning Frost!
Daz is lost.
Deathworm Jim quit the 9 to 5 to become a dog walker because depression. Yeah.
I mean, on the plus side, dogs.
Yeah, the dog part sounds nice.
Decibel.
Declan Sands.
Dennis Pancake Detlefson.
Dice Fuck Dungeons and Dildos spinoffs for dogs? No.
That is my fault. That's on me, because last month I said dogs can have a dildo as a treat, so...
Oh, you did? What's wrong with you?
A lot. Dice Fuck. There's 2 Dice Fucks. The Real Play Fatal podcast. Fatal, that's F.A.T.A.L. is a tabletop RPG famous for very weird sexual stuff like rolling for the size of your genitals.
DM Tao. Now I have to deal with player shenanigans. Why are you putting your face in my knee?
You didn't have any...
Your face in my knee elbow. What's that called?
Your knee elbow?
The bendy part.
It's just called the back of your knee.
Yeah. That's where she's putting her face.
You didn't have any thoughts about Fatal, a thing I just introduced you to? I thought you'd have a fun reaction to that.
I'm ignoring it because I choose not to acknowledge its existence.
Okay, Don Johnston, is that where we are?
Yeah, you can't make people roll for genitals. That's very rude.
It's Dorian, Conduit of Devotion.
Doro.
Dr. Isix.
Dragon Nexus.
Dylan and Rillin the dog. We're behind and need to catch up.
Aw, that's because they've been doing all the dishes for everybody.
And dogs love to run. I was going on a walk the other day, and it started raining, and there was someone walking their dog, and then they started running, and the dog seemed so fucking thrilled. It was like, we run now?
I love it.
They love it.
Dylan, conduit of making you two laugh. Also, hashtag da horns, hashtag him's penis.
I don't want to do this anymore. It's not fun.
Eating your ass like an oyster, the way you came like a tsunami.
I hope that's a lyric or something and not just someone doing freestyle jazz about my pussy.
E-Brand, Lauren is my friend. I love her. Hello, E-Brand.
Okay, you get the nice ones. How come they're all like, oh, we love you, Lauren, we support you? Austin, bend over. Please. Give me...
Because you're always saying you're not horny. And so they're like, we'll find out. Whereas I'm like, yeah, sometimes I fuck. So.
Hey, Einar J.
Do you ever fuck, Austin?
I've never fucked.
See? Now they're gonna come harder for your pussy.
I've never been horny. I've never done drugs. I've never said a swear word.
Oh my god. Eolta?
Ecorin.
Ecorin. Elder dog.
Elderly goose. Conduit of using the same spell over and over until it works.
Yes.
Locate creature. Locate creature. Locate creature.
Let's find some more about your pussy. Hold on.
No, Eleanor Donate sees Periton, horned vampire lady with depression. Lean, non-stop singing Skimbleshanks, the railway cat. The cat. Also, listen, we're having a lot of fun here on the internet with Skimbleshanks. How have we not acknowledged that Bustopher Jones is the best named cat's cat?
I forgot about Bustopher Jones.
I don't give a shit about him or his songs or anything. I'm just saying, just on purely name basis, Bustopher Jones is the best.
Elizabeth Jackalope. Elusive Lily. Emma, y'all math tiger called it. Moose is a human.
I'm almost 100% sure we said Moose is a human and we were ignored.
We were. Endiga Vandane, maybe.
Erwin Leilagadek.
Evie, conduit of trying out new name in the credits.
Fair Majesty, Empress Quintilian Galaxion.
Filmquisition.
Florian H.
Follow Slaad Bible on Facebook.
Francois Arsenal.
Frank Sands.
Freshly squeezed orange criterion.
Ooh, I love orange stuff. Gage, conduit of loneliness.
Gary Bussy. God damn it.
I'm so excited. Gideon, a living or extinct creature, myth, or ancient civ every month.
Ginger beers.
You sound so tired.
I'm dying.
Grapefruit juice.
Graffiti, rhetorical conduit of rhetorical conduits.
GSV _ lasting damage.
Halju.
Harley the floral leer cat.
Harrison Andrew.
Harry, Dad King getting high ratings from the Scalies.
Everyone loves King except for Chris.
Hey guys, it's Ashley.
Hello. He's a good Brent, dogs.
I think you should channel too. He's a good Austin, dogs. So all the dogs will come see you.
I wish they would.
His succulents, Archibald, Roman numerals. Cactus Pope.
Hort furry with a lightsaber.
Oh, can you tell me what those Roman numerals are? Because I'm really bad at Roman numerals.
I promise it doesn't matter, dog.
Okay, well. How do I make friend? Regards, conduit of social faux pas.
I dread stairs. That's good information to have.
Ingamar Grimon.
It's pyropsychotic. Don't yuck my yum.
I will not. Evolution.
Jaden.
James Neely.
Janiac. Conduit of... Fuck off. Conduit of getting fingered against the bins behind a Wendy's. Why Wendy's? Can't it at least be a Five Guys?
I feel like that's something you would have done, though.
Finger bang someone behind a Wendy's?
Yes.
I'm pretty sure it was an Arby's.
Oh, yeah. Janiac bullies Austin while I watch.
I hate everything that's been said today. Jaspel, aka Cat Necromancer, meows Ferratu.
Hold on, we're back in.
That's cute.
Jay Logan, conduit of queerness, mage of life.
Jealous Goddess Cosplay.
Jen.
Jenny Colby.
Just Veggie, conduit of veggies. See?
Joanna the Wrench Witch.
John Kerry, not that one.
John Potts.
John, conduit of subpar joke names.
Josie, conduit of buffalo chicken pizza. Try a slice.
That's like one of Austin's favorite pizzas.
That's usually what I get, yeah. I fuck around. I cut out the part of the last episode where I called you a pizza pervert, by the way.
Thanks. And I'm gonna leave this in the credits, so they'll all be very confused.
It seemed very confrontational, and then Chris called you a sauce whore or something. It just got, like, really confrontational.
I've been called a whore enough already this week.
Well, yeah, so I cut it.
Did we say, John, Jew-man hacking up my fucking lungs, send help.
Julian Phillips, conduit of Kaizen.
Just a jester.
Juzzy, conduit of being Polly to get a heist team of cuties.
Solid plan. Jorgen, Indie Monster, and Windweck Ford, conduit of symbols I can't read and lactose intolerant.
That's one way of dealing with that. Katana's for kids.
No, don't give them to kids. Are those A's with tildes? Those are A's with tildes.
Well, no, okay. So for the audience, when I download the list name from Patreon, it comes in an Excel spreadsheet, but for some reason Lauren's computer can't read it, so I have to convert it into a PDF, which crushes all of the formatting, and which I have to fix. So whatever this was not read by Excel correctly, and so it got messed up. This is boring. No one gives a shit.
Now your A's with tildes, ... and lactose intolerance.
Kate, conduit of fading regret.
Kiefer Lowe.
Kelladry wants to know how much magic lore Austin knows. If you are a Patreon subscriber of Weekly Manga Recap, Chris and I did like an hour and a half on magic lore for his bonus pod. The answer is all of it.
Oh, that's really cute of you guys.
Big nerds.
Keller Automat.
Ken, conduit of finally writing this goddamn PhD dissertation.
Kenteroy.
Kidney, a beholder in a snazzy hat.
That's a great name for a beholder.
I think they're trying to be best friends with McNuggets. This is an attempt to get their OC onto the show.
I respect that.
Killer Cotton Shizno.
Kaniku fan.
Kitty Foe, warm snoring burrito, 8-year Valentine candy.
Christina, conduit of shipping Nifyx and Sharon itself. Kyle Badsvik. Kyle, conduit of Drop Goodwood and King Badass /Vic.
Lady Misfit, Dino Fact, synapsids are defined by having one temporal fenestra.
You know we don't know what those words mean.
That's just stunting. That's like one of the show where I'll be like, did you know that
Yep.
something Egypt? And you'll be like, yeah, cool, dumbass, we hate you.
Larry Yelling NB, who is also on a little podcast called Humans Hollering at News, which I am now a host of.
Fenestra, a small natural hole or opening, especially in a bone.
Bone.
Lars
Own Earth.
Lauren's mom's duck, conduit of the Untitled Duck game.
He doesn't sleep in the house anymore, but he comes home for snacks.
Ducks are good.
I forgot where we were. Oh, Loopy Elephant would like Austin to talk about Mustela more.
They're good. They're like cats, but what if they got stretched and they love to steal?
I literally have to record another podcast in 15 minutes, and we're only in the L's.
Lauren Cates, conduit of February 29th, kids. Break from no birthday for you jokes. Yeah, I mean, I'm in the birthday right before Christmas camp, so I feel the birthday weirdness.
Love you all, especially Chris. Come on. Conduit of favoritism. Why does everybody love Chris the most?
He refuses to love himself, so somebody has to.
Damn.
Ludovico Limited.
Luke Powers.
Luther, the conduit of finding a secret baby finch.
I want it.
You already have so many animals.
I want it.
Manticore Deathlord.
The Cult of Gorfanax.
Master Zemnahort.
Pass.
He can't pass. That's nothing.
You do it.
Mateo Zenek.
Mass Tiger says 50.69% chance that King's Conduit is changing.
Matt Collier.
I can't believe that worked.
What, just passing?
And you did it.
Maybe if we didn't take us 45 minutes to get to the M's, I'd fight you more. Matt Collier.
Matt Collier. player. Matt Lackett's conduit of Ingeramimus Nocte et Consumimar Igni.
I like giving you the foreign language ones because you don't care if you're wrong.
Yeah, I know I'm wrong and it's fine.
Matt S. Heigmer.
Matthew, listen to Dice Rink and Near's Gum Schultz.
Maximum Side Boob celebrating 1 full year of tasteful nudity.
Majid, conduit of 3D printing Dickosauruses for everyone I know.
Melbent.
Melissa the Dice Goblin celebrates 4 years of marriage. Oh my gosh, congratulations.
So many. Myrrh of Stone, conqueror of mountains, harbinger of glory,
Michael Hall.
Midlife stasis, conduit of inevitability.
Miles, conduit of strong ballot opinions. But she fine though.
She is. Modified Matthew.
Mr. Willie Phoenix, Stephen Lesbian Seagull Pooh Bear Shaker.
Namita Neskins, conduit of error.
Nathaniel Hillman.
Nicholas Dominic. I put a little extra stank on that one for you. Like that?
Nicholas McDonald.
Nick.
Nick Thetford, I forgive you for bringing up face sitting. Hold on, face sitting is like the least gross thing.
Nonfinite.
Only respect for my McQuare. Hashtag Zoe Fan Club.
Paye Robsherg.
Pangolin.
Patrick Babcock, conduit of This Is Fine itself.
Hi, Patrick. Patrick Williams.
Please check my webcomic, ruinousfortune.com.
Do it. Pocket Sundial.
Do it.
Do it.
Do it.
Do it.
Do it. Preston Bowers.
Pruitt Holcomb.
Puck Boy.
Razumi Yazura.
Remsiv.
Robert Chisholm, conduit of Gigantamax Cornelia wrecking shit.
Rule 34, Bob Ciaccolone.
I don't know what it is, but we don't need them.
Ciaccolone.
Giacolone.
It's big Vento Oreo energy.
S. Kearney, loose in the big city.
Salad Child.
Scarlet Eyes Yuri.
Sean LB, finally playing Nier thanks to Dice Funk background music. Nier rocks.
I know a lot of people cosplay the lady.
Yeah, that's Nier Automata. That's the one that has got popular, but I'm an original Nier apologist. Thank you very much.
Okay. Simmons, conduit of Harder Slotty.
Just so fucking done. Sergeant Rattlebones, 31st Bussy Protection Brigade.
Someone's got to protect your bussy.
Yeah.
Shane Sedgwick.
Shane Ware, conduit of hedonistic pansexual polyamorous switches.
Simon Lee, conduit of Chungus, bearer of Dinkus, minion of John Con.
Sin Milk Tom.
Sir Octopus, conduit of chivalrous cephalopods.
Slime King Mike, purple, seeking revenge for not choosing the Slime River.
Slime King Mike sure loves some slime, huh?
That's what we call characterization, Lauren.
Slime is good.
Spaghetto, captain of the Austin Authorized Bussy Blasted Brigade.
Sporeman Zero. Starlight Glimmer did nothing wrong.
No.
Read it.
No.
Read it.
You read it.
Steven, the edgy one from Austin's Bussy Boys.
Sweet dreams are made of these.
Who am I to disagree?
Cyretha at Pack South, soaking in that sun.
Tabitha Spokes.
Tales of Inquiry.
Teraflops.
Terezi Perop.
What's wrong with you?
Terezi Pyrope, Transing June Egbert. I'm literally coming apart at the seams. And you said, Austin, that's not the way you use literally.
Oh boy.
Watch me.
The murderous mongoose who is secretly standing directly behind you.
The precursor.
Titus.
Toby Giesenstack.
Tom Bowers.
Trees, they are us.
Is it Trees Thesaurus or Trees? They are us.
Trevor S., the Goblin Teacher.
Shane S.
Universal Toby.
Verb your adjective, noun 1, into my noun 2.
Victoria Melito, Conduit of Quietness.
Wiljon Vinky.
Ziphosaurus.
Your boy Sean.
Yam.
Zoltar, the Viking death metal caterpillar, conduit of retribution.
Let the rain fall down. I'm coming clean. Zukas. There's a lot of quotation marks in there, and it really hecked up the formatting, but I did it. I read it.
You did.
Oh boy. Let me tell you, I am sore.
Why are you? This is because they've been fucking up your pussy.
It sure is, buddy. Patreon.com/Austin Yorsky. That's me. Patreon.com/Weekly Manga Recap. That's Chris. Patreon.com/Of Horse. That's Conrad. Patreon.com/Laura K. Buzz. That's Laura. Lauren, where can we find you?
I'm on a fun podcast called Humans Hollering at News, which I think is patreon.com/Humans Hollering at News. I should check that. And also, if you would like to pay for some of my premium titty pics and make people mad because they're mad that you're buying my premium titty pics, RAWRGLICIOUS, Regalicious. Austin put it in the comments because I'm bad.
Can we get a sign off from the cat?